What's happening? It's Tuesday. We are live. We got in here. Oh, unfinished JB Lars. And no Dan. Whoa. Man. All right. Well. Oh, crap. He done went and sunk something. So I didn't really work on anything real interesting so far, Monday and today. And I just happened to run across that picture and it looked funny. So that's what I ran as my thumbnail today. So somebody will get a kick out of it. JB. Unfinished as I'm catfishing. I wish I was. What the hell's going on, everybody? Twisted, what's happening, dude? How's everything going for you? Oh, McDonald just sitting on my ass. There's Dan. What's up, buddy? The time of year, most everybody that's on here is an outside body, likes to go outside and get dirty or do something outdoors. So I'm not surprised that everybody's inside waiting to find something to do. And yeah, you can find me on YouTube at nights because I'm bored and it's cold or it's nasty outside. That's what we're here for. We're here to kill that time. So talk about something stupid, something interesting. Talk about your day. I was sick as hell Saturday. Just relaxing, got done at the doctor's office, got home, finished my chili. Nice. We did veggie soup tonight. Still love sitting inside and watching YouTube all day. Sometimes. I got other things to do, but I'll still sometimes play it in the background and listen to it to, whatever else I'm doing. But, man, Saturday I was hit. I didn't get out of bed all day except go to the bathroom. My head hurt, my body hurt. It sucked. I used to work in the colder weather than this, but my joints are just too far gone for my age now. That sucks, man. I'm sorry. Don't have time to be sick, I'm going to tell you. Luckily, I didn't have anything to do this weekend. Need to do the leaves. Yeah. I've got a few. I cut down a couple of my trees where I don't have very many leaves now. My neighbors did the same thing, thank the gods, because the leaf demons were filling up my gutters and I'd have to get to clean those things 2-3 times a year. So glad I don't have to do that anymore. Once a year. That's it. It's been somewhat okay the last couple of days, but now we're going to get back down to the 30s tomorrow. We had a chance of snow, and that has changed yet again. It's supposed to get cold, but flurries have disappeared. But this coming weekend, we're supposed to be up in the 50s again in rain, but that's okay. Hi, Wendy. Thanks for stopping in. Lunch break. You get off in like 30 minutes, don't you? Did I mention I fell flat on my ass yesterday taking the trash to the curb? God, dude, you know how many times I've done that? So I've got a ramp into my shed, and I put this like sandpaper strips for traction. Close to 10. Damn. So my Great Dane felt it necessary to chew on them and pull them off. So yeah, it's slicker than shit, and I didn't know he pulled them off there. Man, I bit the dirt. I was so freaking muddy. So this last time I put them on, I stapled them. I took my staple gun and stapled them where he couldn't pull them off of there. And luckily, I don't have to bust my ass no more to take the trash out. Hey, all, you are in my left ear and Kim and Buffer in my right. How goes it, Tom? How's your week started? I just pretend to rest. I work when I rest. Work to rest. You know, and that's the cool thing. I enjoy working on cars. So when I go to work, it's not punishment. I like going to work because I like working on cars. You know, like helping people, you know, same aspect. Getting back on the road, keeping them safe. I'm hoping I keep my coughing down, so I may have to mute it if I start coughing. I still got a little bit of drainage going on, but way better than I was this weekend. So Tom, what do you got going on this week? Hunter is doing the well, it was going to be lifters in the Dodge, but now it's going to have to be a camshaft because not only did it bend a push rod, but lifter went out, bent push rod, wiped out the camshaft. So that one's going to be a complete teardown. I like going to work too, just to see what comes out next. Yeah. Whiskey with honey will fix that cough. You know, it does for a little bit. Because I did try that, and it did. Only had phone last 10 years. So Saturday, I think I've got this this one drink that I have. It's called Thunder. It's 101 proof peppermint schnapps. I took a shot of that. It cleared up my head. Cough went away. I was able to relax. Peppermint candy, yeah. So I added a little bit of honey to that, and I didn't cough for probably 4 hours. But I didn't want to have to continue to drink alcohol to do that because it's just going to knock me out. So I was taking Robitussin. It was doing okay. Still ended up falling asleep. Head's still a little clogged up, but man, I feel a ton better than I did. I can actually function, remember what I did yesterday. Oh. Oh, yeah, I know you're in Michigan. Sorry. Stop sleeping window open. I can't. It has to be open. I typically don't get sick. I get allergy issues here and there, but when I was smoking cigarettes, it was way worse. I smoked. I haven't smoked in probably 3.5 years, and I might get sick once a year now, and that's right about this time. Every year this time. But no, Twisted. Yes, 325 unfinished. How are you, buddy? I always have my window open until it gets really damn cold, and I was tested for the flu and everything, and it wasn't. It came up all negative. It was just a viral, like sinus infection. Next Monday, I have to replace both head gaskets on a Grand Cherokee, and I don't know why. Cool story. Why? Uh oh. Once I started keeping 100% fruit juice at the home instead of Mountain Dew, I stopped catching a cold every year. Never get them. Now, I don't drink pop. Rode hard and put away wet. Well, yeah, not going to comment that. I do have a baby though. Yep. Whoa.
Where are you going, Pumpkin? What's wrong? See, she got a burp for you. I can't get her to burp again.
Let me say hi. Looking at everything else. Oh, you hear Pepple's voice too, right in your ear. Oh, there's a burp. What? Oh, really? Say hi to everybody. Look at them big old chunky cheeks.
She's fat. I'm 12 pounds. I'm fat. You barely drink pop.
I've not drank a pop in a long
No,
time.
you had a Sprite like a week ago when we had Subway.
Did I?
Yes, you did, because Abby bought it for you, then I
Okay,
chugged the last little bit.
I'm right here. You don't have to get loud.
I'm just saying, you did have pop. Thank you.
Stop with the finger. She evil.
From you. Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
Get back to your mama. You're getting mean. Getting ready to cry. She's grumpy. I think it's bedtime. She was really wobbly. She's only, I think she's 3 months and a week, something like that. And she's doing pretty good about holding her head up. She gets her tummy time, and she does it for about 10, 15 minutes, and then she's done. She wants no more to do with that. Just gave the baby goat some milk. Both mamas act like it's their first time. We have 4 now. More on the way. Holy smokes, man. Man, why is this string all... I've not even casted it and it's getting tangled up. Why do I always get the warp one? Yeah. Gotta find a way to get this damn line out of this. It is stuck under that piece for some reason. I gotta fix that. It's driving me crazy. Why is it under it? Oh, there's two of them. Wow, what the heck? Hold on, fixing this baitcaster reel. It's got a weird tangle in it. It's driving me crazy. Still, yep, it's good now. Crazy wind and rain forecast for tonight and tomorrow. They are going to need all the help they can get. Heck yeah. Dan, what the heck you been doing? What'd you do this weekend? Unfinished had been taking care of goats. Old man sitting on his ass. No pun intended. And I had all kinds of plans to go fishing this past Sunday because it was so nice out. And I ended up cleaning and trying to feel better Sunday, so I never went fishing. Nothing. Drank a couple beers. Warmed up the 3-valve. So you're a fair weather hunter too. Don't want to get out and do anything until it's warm. I don't blame you there. I'm the same way. It sucks. I dislike the cold weather for several reasons. Crank the heat in stereo, yeah. That's why I've got a lot of my stuff down here rearranged. I got all the Halloween stuff put away. Christmas stuff is out. What the hell is going on here? And don't say the 4-letter word. I got you, JB. I'm not saying it because I don't want to hear it either. But while it's nasty outside, I got a lot of my other stuff ready to mess with down here, along with my weight bench and everything else. Went down to our old neighborhood and took our farmer, 80-year-old neighbor, Xmas shopping. Then, isn't it nice? That's a heck of a round trip. It was a good day. JB, what the hell are you doing? You staying out of trouble? caught a glimpse of a video you just threw up, but I never had a chance to watch it yet. Once I'm done here and get in the shower, I'll take a look at it. I do like watching you sharpen that stuff, though. I don't know why. It's cool to watch. Finally got back to the starter on the Hemi Commander tonight. Had a great time saying a few choice words and engineers that configured the situation. Yes, sir. I can relate. My ass is causing problems as always. Well, we'd have to leave it to you for that. So that's what we expect out of you, JB. We love you. That's just it is what it is. Get out of there. Let's see. What have you decided on the Blazer, JB? Have you made a decision on what you're going to do with it? Is it the Blazer or the trash truck? I can't remember now. You got far too much going on. I can't keep track. Junk it. JB's heading up the 3-cylinder mafia. I'm going to need this community for the blower. You guys put your caps on. All right. Lars. So, to be honest, I love taking shit apart to see how it works. It's downtime. You cut some bitch out, take it apart, send the radiator out, have it cleaned. Tear the blower apart, check those Teflons. Probably going to need replaced, which will up your boost quite a bit. Dingleberry the cylinders. Put some new rings in it. Blazer's coming apart again. And we'll get it. I'm thinking the 84 block is crap. And it could be. There's a good chance it could be something else too, but that's just the fun part about what we do. Break it. What is it? Yeah, break it, fix, repeat. When comprehension is under 30, it's what the fuck? I love it. So if you weigh out your options, the money you're going to put into rebuilding it, compared to putting another motor in it. I mean, have you looked into that? Yes. He did mean compression. I knew what he meant. And even when it comes down to that, obviously the oil's not gonna. The oil could still go through a head gasket and cause low compression. You could do a leak down and see what cylinder is doing that and where it's going. Yesterday I had a 9-speed with 1 cup too much fluid in it. Gave 10 codes of the transmission control module. A whole 8 ounces of fluid was throwing codes. I have a 92.8 out back. I just need to bore into cam bearings. I'm right back on track. Maybe. Okay, so that's cool. Do that. But while you have it out and apart, hone the cylinders, throw some new rings in it. And do some new head gaskets. That way, when you rebuild that blower, you know it's going to take it. It'll take the abuse. So that 9-speed Tom that it had the 10 codes, was it a under temperature code where it wasn't getting warm enough quick enough? I'm talking about the truck. Okay. Fill me in here. I thought so. The truck doesn't have the blower on it. The Blazer doesn't have the blower on it. The truck does. JB, jump in here. I wish I had that as an excuse. Just don't try a Ford 2.8. No, it won't work, Dan. All gear ratio errors. Wow. Hi, Marissa. I'm lying. It's all fucked. Well, it's not all screwed. Just one mess at a time. Lars, did you ever get a motor in that truck? Or in the process of? Correct fluid level is very important in this new junk. But we're talking only 8 ounces, though. Hell, he had 3 and sent back 4. What the hell? I mean, correct fluid level is important in a lot of them, but to throw gear ratio codes? Did I see the Bengals game as a Simpsons? No. Working on it, going to get past the holidays. Yeah. Yes. I got the that pickup truck with the rocker panels and cab corners are all done. Okay, I will. So I'm going to make a final video on that one here in the next few days. And then we're going to get that truck out so they can get the motor and transmission put back in it. And I'm going to take my Camaro up there so that I can finish my door panels and finish my wiring and stuff like that, since the weather has turned on me and I can't do anything. as it heat up. Yeah. But, I mean, 8 ounces of fluid, that's just crazy to cause that much havoc. Unfinished, no, you actually look at the temperature. Once it hits that proper temperature is when you stop. It takes a long time. It's a pain in the ass. And if it stays cool for too long, you actually have to pull transmission fluid out. Oh, Vic, what's up? Everybody can't stay long. Told Foggy I'd make dinner. Give me a call. Need to get together about this. Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I was sick as hell this weekend. Had a lot of plans, a lot of stuff to do this weekend, and it all got shot to hell because I didn't even get out of bed Saturday. I was supposed to go to the gun show up north in Lima. Me and Bobby were supposed to go, and I ended up getting sick. He started not feeling good, so we didn't get to go to that, which sucks because it's gigantic. It's huge. And I'd never been. He has. So I didn't get to go. But again, Sunday I planned on going fishing, and that didn't happen either. Today wasn't all that bad. Got a lot of work done and got some cars moved around in the lot in the rain. New 8-speeds have a port for dealer dipstick. What? I'm glad they're going back to dipsticks again. Because GM did that, and instead of, going with a dipstick tube, pulling the cap and using that universal dipstick, it's not real accurate for checking fluid level, but you can still see the color of it. Filling it helps, but the GM ones, you got to take a bolt out, and it's got a little bitty baby dipstick, but you got to put your hand beside a flaming hot freaking catalytic converter to check the fluid level. And I love it so much. But yeah, no dipstick. Yeah, and Fords are even worse. You have to pull a plug in the bottom. Toyotas are the same way. And then you take another long Allen, go up inside and pull this little plastic straw out to drain all the fluid. But then you put that little straw back in, put a little brass bung in the pan, refill it, and then once it gets warm, it just trickles out and it's full. So, yay. 8-speed's the same way. Cats are super hot. Fantastic. See, the front-wheel drive GMs, they typically have a dipstick, but it's very short, but you can get to it through under the hood. But when it comes to trucks, no. You got to rack it and get burned. Made them think that was such a good idea, Tom. Dipsticks worked for how many years? But dealerships are losing money. So they want to be able to bring all the cars in there to have them all serviced. So trying to keep the DIYer from doing anything else to their own car and just paying the dealership to do it. I had a hiccup in my auto authorization for a Chrysler van today. It didn't want to let me in to the security. I had to struggle with it and ended up going to my Alltel scanner. And eventually it let me in, but it was a struggle to get it going. It sucked. They won't service mine. They have no idea how to do it. Being as old as it is, JB, they would probably look at me very confused. All these newer techs, right out of, auto mechanic school. Oh, so worried. It's so bad. Just gonna have to rely on YouTube and all the other mechanics that are putting out good videos. I probably couldn't figure out how to drive my truck. If any stick vehicles, any manual vehicles go into garages and dealerships, they got to call in the service writer and stuff like that to actually drive it into the shop. We don't have an alignment rack where we're at, so we sublet. So we go over to the other shop, and there's one guy there that can drive a stick. One guy. Hey, Colleen, how goes it? It's Phil for life. I've heard about that. That is so scary. JB, I'm with you. They just they need to spend little more time with them and quit showing them the old ways and show them the new way. That's the biggest problem is the curriculum. The old way is non-existent anymore. You just don't see it. But they're still not showing them the new way, which makes it that much worse. One day YouTube will be gone. Think of all the other platforms that have come and went. Yeah, I know. It's scary to think about, but as it is. Yeah. I thought I used it a lot, but there's other people who use it quite often. 8-speed filter is part of the pan. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm getting ready to bring my buddy's, I think it's a 17 Ram into the shop to do a transmission service. And I think it's an 8-speed. I think. Yeah. Or 6. I can't remember. I'm not going to look it up right now. Oh. Oh. I just watched Steve Morris spend 2 days troubleshooting a crank sensor. He gave up. Hell of a good video. Yeah, and it comes down to sometimes not having if you don't have a scope, sometimes it's hard to diagnose it too. And fortunately, there's 3 scopes in the shop now. But watching voltages and hiccups. Hell, we got what the hell year is that? 2000 maybe? Tahoe 5.3, and it sounds like it wants to start, but then when you look in the data stream, there's no crank signal. So it's either one, lost ground, or crank sensor is completely bad, but it's just not seeing the crank actually turning to throw fire at its plugs. So it's it can be aggravating, but he's a crank sensei. It's easier to replace the plan. $45 a quart. Holy crap. What the hell special fluid is this now? Both his dynos. Wonder why I had so much trouble diagnosing the crank sensor. I mean, I found a 8-9 speed fluid. Okay, I'll look that up. But I've had bad crank sensor wire GMs that we couldn't find the break in the wire, but we just ran a new wire up to the PCM and it fired right off. What's up, bro? But yeah, hell is I'm gonna have to say probably the last 4. I can't even say that. Almost every ring issue I've had here at where I'm at now, it's been crazy. I got a Dodge Ram that I've been working on the last couple days. Also changed harnesses. Jesus. But it was in an accident, and somebody did the body work, some real shoddy welding, threw it all back together, makes it look good, but nothing worked. Windshield wipers and turn signals would just go on random. All kinds of weird stuff. The instrument cluster would just drop out and come back on. Well, ended up finding a pinched wire from where the accident happened. Did you get that Ford truck wiring? No, he took it. It needed more work than just the wiring. Harness sensors, reluctor wheel, the list goes on. Holy crap. That's a lot. But yeah, I found a communication wire that got pinched in a harness from the accident that was never fixed. Got those 2 wires separated, and everything, almost 90% of everything started working. So I fixed those, but the turn signal still wouldn't operate properly, and the connector was completely destroyed. So it kept depinning itself every time you tried to plug it in. Got it to where that was working right. ABS harness. Parking aid sensor, pigtail, fog light harness, so much. And the guy just bought the truck from someone that fixed it. So now we have all of this that we're going behind and fixing everything. Bad pin on PCM. Yeah, it could be a bad pin fit. So far, I had not put any modules in this Dodge truck. I had to do a driver's side window switch to get the mirrors working. But as far as that guy goes, that's a mother trucker. I'm going to have to watch that video and see if I can't catch something. But the Ford truck Jason was talking about, there was a couple splices that were broke for the 5-volt, and then the 12-volt source going to the cam sensors coming from the PCM was gone. Put another PCM in it, still didn't have it. And I thought maybe I just diagnosed it wrong. Well, I knocked on the PCM and the 12-volt came in, started the truck, and I had cam signal, but the timing was still off. And the guy didn't want to put that much money in it, but he ended up taking it, took it somewhere else to find out that it still needs timing components, and now he doesn't want to put the money in the truck. So he was ready to throw, a little bit at it, but not that much. So at the end of the day, it still needed another PCM, still needs the timing worked on. It was a rust bucket, and he wanted to put a Stinger wheel lift on the back of this truck and use it as a repo vehicle. And I'm like, okay. I just said it's rusty, and I left it at that. I think if he'd have done that, it probably would have lasted probably 1 year, and then it broke. But as far as I know, he's not keeping the truck. He's getting rid of it. We'll see. Other than that, let's see what else has been in there. We think we have a bad baffle in a gas tank causing a vibration. I've got the exhaust pulled on it, and I'm going to drop the tank tomorrow and check that. What else we got going on this week? It's been kind of slow. I mean, we got a ton of work to do, just haven't got everything in to look at. Oh, we got a Chevy truck that someone tried to work on. They've got the timing cover pulled and everything on for some reason. I don't know why. So that we'll have to put all back together and all that fun shit. Got a Colorado with a weird overheating issue that I think ended up being a faulty thermostat. A baffle in the fuel tank causing a vibration. Yeah. The big plastic baffles they put inside of the plastic tanks to keep the fuel from sloshing around so it doesn't throw off the fuel level. And while it's running, you can hear something vibrating inside the gas tank. So we got a used gas tank for it. So I'm going to drop it in the morning and see if it's loose. If it's not loose, it's probably going to be the fuel pump, but it's vibrating bad. Like almost vibrating throughout the vehicle bad. We had a Honda come in that fuel pump fell off on the Explorer once and it was noisy. Yeah, could be. Well, we had a Honda lady brought in. Her son came down from Michigan or something, and they had somebody, not a mechanic or anything, but someone put a starter on it. And then she got it back, and the starter was making all kinds of grinding noises. He said it had a bad spot in the flywheel. We get it in the shop, pulled the starter. Flywheel's got a little bit of wear on it, but it's almost like the starter wasn't seating or extending all the way into the flywheel. So we look up the starter. It's got the wrong starter on it. Bolts on right. Not the right starter. So Jeremy throws the starter on it. This sucker cranks up perfect every time. That's the kind of weird shit that we get all the time. Fixing everybody's abortions. Let's see what else was there. Honda Odyssey. I mean, we always do, Dan, but that's not everybody. They just take it on assumption that everything is correct and they just throw it on there. So, what the hell else was there? If it fits, it ships. Yeah, that's pretty much how it went. There's something else. And we've already done 2 Chrysler 3.6 oil filter housings. Just started on tonight. But you're working on a Hemi, so that's different. This was a 4-cylinder Honda. I don't know how you can mess it up other than he put the wrong year starter on it because the Bendix was not kicking out near as far as it needed to. And the part number is completely different. So it works at the moment. My dumbass brought home a new starter for an automatic this past summer. I had to go back to get a manual one. Dude, I did that a lot as a kid growing up just because I didn't know any better. And then working at a parts store as long as I did, I learned a lot. And to be honest, I bet it made me a better mechanic doing it that way. I got to learn a lot about parts. But we also had a bunch of good mechanics and a bunch of shade trees and a bunch of bulletproof mechanics that came in over the weekends. So I learned a lot. I do not miss managing Advance Auto Parts, though. Do not miss it. The town I was in, there was a lot of thievery and lying and cheating and everything else. It was like a soap opera every weekend. It was stupid. How many of you have ever blown an engine and transmission at the same time? So my dad, he's got us all beat. He's done 2 transmissions within a day of each other. As far as I know, he's only blowed up 1 engine. That's the engine in the Grand Prix, the 3.8 liter, which is harder than hell to blow up. On purpose, I can't say, but I think Jason's the only one that's really blowed any motors up, but that was only at the racetrack. Yeah, I don't know, man. That'd be a hell of a feat. Yeah, it's one of those, another one of those questions when we're quoting an engine for a customer and, the transmission's got 200,000 miles on it. Do they want to put an engine in it and blow the transmission, later and replace it, or vice versa? So I guess that could be one of those scenarios. Put a new motor in and go drive it and kill the old transmission. I broke a transmission and a rear end at the same time. In what? The Astro. Was it the Astro? Or Safari? What was it? Because I've only broke one rear end, and that was in the Astro van. Oh, in the Mustang. Okay. I don't remember that. I love working the parts counter. I got into with a guy who swore he needed a flex plate for a manual. Yeah, I learned all that lingo too, the flex plate, flywheel, all that crap. So yeah. I've blown up a Toyota window to block. Oh crap. Where was I? Why don't I remember that? Wow. Tempo overhead valve. Man, those tempos you could kill anyway. Those things ate up transmissions and everything else. Huh. Broke a ring gear in the tail shaft. Push rods coming out the oil pan. I do remember that. Because I didn't race that day. I come out and just watched. I didn't have the money to race. Why all the tempo hate? Gave me a 4-cylinder tempo. Now I'll break the motor mounts in 2 to 3 weeks of my normal driving. Yeah, that's my dad. He'll break motor mounts, flywheels, and everything else, or flex plates. He balloons that goddamn torque converter so damn much and cracks the flex plates. Drives me crazy. I actually looked into putting a SFI flywheel in the Grand Prix because he's cracked 2 of them in that car, and I think the only one I found was like $300 and some, and he didn't want to pay that. I'm like, then quit beating on the poor thing. Check something real quick. Oh, okay. A piece came out of my Toyota under the car and hit a fuel line, causing a leak. Oh God. I couldn't imagine. check. No. Come on. Tempo motor mounts were a money maker back in the 90s. Good night. Gotta get a couple hours sleep. All right, later unfinished. Thanks for hanging out, man. So my uncle had one of those tempos, and I heard all kinds of bad stuff about those. So yeah, it was all kinds of dumb. What's this? What's up, Brian? What's Brian getting into? Sorry. Working on a bracket race for no name. Nothing set in stone yet. Just my blood pressure and cholesterol are up. You still got the duster, don't you, Ryan? That was a knife cough. Well, I thought I was actually going to cough more, but I have not. But I'm good with that. It's starting to calm way down. Oh, I get it. So wasn't there bracket racing there before, or have they not done bracket racing? Normally Wilburn pops in about now, but he hasn't yet. That'd be a good one. Good question for him. I thought there was bracket racing. I know there's a bunch of heads up and stuff, so right after the name drop, yeah. Yeah, there is a main bracket race. This one is for Saturday. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Special rule. Special rule. Let's see. Where is your? Oh, he's in the chat. He hadn't come in. Yeah, Hunter said he was going to try and stop in. Bobby's supposed to be in here, but I hadn't seen none of his comments yet. And Jeremy's just too special. His streaming equipment's just way too nice for ours. There he is. Oh. Oh. That's a cool bracket. Yeah, apparently not. It's not. So anybody here watch the Bengals game last night by chance? I watched it to the very end. I actually watched the after game on it's God, what was that? Fox Sports. They have a locker room thing after the game, and that was a hell of a game. Definitely worth a watch. Oh, I'm getting so tired. I actually plugged in my TV. Watched to the end. Dallas played rough and dirty. We still held them back. Yeah, I think we kind of went back and forth, but they they had a couple good, nice defensive and offensive. It was pretty good. So the last 5 minutes of it, yeah, that last 5 minutes was pretty intense too. What's really weird is typically the 2 minute warning is when everybody really tries to make their move. They couldn't move for nothing, and then missed the field goal. So crazy. It was definitely a fun game to watch. Oh, absolutely. Good game overall. I loved it. I'm not sure if everybody's watched. I mean, I'm not a big, huge football guy. Blocked the kick, got the ball. Yes, that was a badass play. Um, but I can't remember what game it was, what player it was. I'm sure you can Google it and find out. And the one of the players grabbed the running back by his dreads and pulled him to the grass. And something happened. I can't remember. They were trying to fight, but it wasn't a horse collar call, nothing like that. I think he got unsportsmanlike conduct or something, but he's getting like death threats and stuff. I was watching some of that earlier today. First time I've watched in years. I mean, I still don't think it puts us anywhere near, playoff or anything, but don't be a hippie. Well, you know the style. They get long dreads, things like that, and that's what it was. It was big old pieces of rope for him to grab a hold of, and well, he did. He grabbed a hold of him and yanked his ass right to the freaking ground. I like watching the Saints also, and I think they actually won by a field goal. I think, yeah, that was a really good game. Those are my two that I watch is the Bengals and the Saints. Hey, Jason watches Green Bay. Is that right? I haven't even been watching them for some reason. I haven't been following up with them. But definitely not an NFL channel here, so don't worry. Not like that. I did turn on the games on Thanksgiving. Didn't pay much attention. Yeah, I did about the same thing. It was just noise. Packers are 9-4. So, I mean, really not far off the Bengals. atmosphere. Yeah. Yeah, rarely have I ever actually sat down and watched a Thanksgiving football game. Normally I stuff my face and go to sleep. This year, what the hell was I doing? We had a lot of people over. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Well, guys, as much as I hate to do it, it's early, but I'm gonna jump off here and get in the shower and go to bed. I'm starting to get really damn tired. So, as fun as it's been, as usual, we will kick this off, haha, next Tuesday, and do this all over again. Everybody have a good rest of what's left of your week. Thank you, Colleen, Dan, and Tom. Everybody, have a shot. I might actually do that after I get out of the shower. But everybody, thanks for hanging out, and y'all take it easy, and we will catch y'all next Tuesday. Cool. All right. See you guys.